Friday morning. Good Friday morning to everyone. Let's say good morning to our sister Al, Carrie, Koo, and Pidgey Martinique. What about the mainland Grenada? Hope all is well. Let's say good morning to our listeners via social media platform, whether it's the YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Blessed day to all and all. It's Friday and it's the 16th day of December, and welcome to another edition of To The Point. I'm your host, GT, with you. I'll be around with you till it's 10 a.m. this morning, and it's an open line edition for today, which means you have the option of calling in, sharing your views and concerns, and I will certainly give you that listening ear. Please keep your comments short. I beg of you, keep your comments short this morning. So, which means the lines are now opened. And you can call 435-2041, 435-2041. There's no particular topic, of course, for this morning, which means you have the option of creating a topic line that we can discuss this morning. And certainly I will listen to what you have to say. There's always some concern over there that you would like to throw out. And I certainly know you would like the option of doing that, which means you have that option of doing that this morning. So blessed morning to you once again. We're heading into the weekend. Yeah, we're heading into the weekend. And certainly hope that it will be a great one. We still see lots of accidents happening on the nation's road. Man. And we've been begging and pleading to drivers to take it easy, be defensive as much as possible as you can. But we still see those accidents happening from time to time. It's like every day. Something is happening. Let's go to the phone line and see what our first caller has to contribute this morning. Good morning to you, caller, and welcome.
GT, good morning.
Good morning to you, my dear. How are you?
You didn't miss me yesterday?
If I missed you yesterday? Yes, I did. Oh, but I had guests in studio yesterday. I was going to
be very disappointed if you didn't miss me. GT, I want to tell you what happened yesterday. It's two jokes. Now, I do not like to go out with my husband. Because, GT, don't worry. I'm giving you two jokes today. When my husband and I leave home to go someplace, we never get where we're going.
Okay.
When we reach, decide to go in the city, we're going to look around and get a couple things. And the thing is, although I do not like to go out with him, I ask him to let's go with me,
Mm-hmm.
But once we pull and we pack up, when he meet this person, he have to stand up and take 15 minutes, and so on and so on. Then we never get where we're going. So what I learned to solve the problem, for we no fight, I live in him and I'm going and do all my dues. So when I come back now, I'll go and look for him.
Okay.
But now I stop look for him. So when I went yesterday, I do all my dues. But hear what he tell me. The big guy, he said the big man on GBN advertised something. Said, I want to go buy something. I said, okay.
The big man on GBN advertised something.
The big guy on GBN advertised something, so you want to go and buy. I guess that is my Uncle Joe.
Okay.
So now we separated. I went and I do all my dues. When I come back, I can't find him. While I was home, but when I reach, I see his vehicle parked up, so I know he's still in town. But anyway, I went and do my dues. When I reach home now, he called me. He said, where did you say the big guy advertised the thing? I said, in Granance in Ace.
Okay.
So then he leaving to go down in Granance in Ace now. So about 11 o'clock last night, he came home. So my little grand asked him, Daddy, did you find the thing? He said, but I don't find it yet, no, but tomorrow morning only. Like this morning, you're going to buy it. So the child asked him, what you going to buy? No, I ain't tell you. However, that is it. That's what I did yesterday. So you see why I don't like to go to them? We never get to where we're going. However, I don't want to talk about funeral, JT. Forget that. Now, I had a dream the other day, and Scholar was in my dream. When me, Scholar, and a monkey was speaking, I never hear a monkey talk good so in my life. So I said what I dreamt already. I won't say it again. But I remember in his sleep, I said, Scholar, don't go and sing about that, you know. He said, no, man. But I go hear the Christmas song. The same thing the monkey say about Sister May is the same thing Scholar say. But how is so? That is the culture. Scholar, that is your culture, man. Anyway, GT, have a nice day.
You too, have a great morning. Have a good morning. 435-2045, 435-2045, 435-2041. What am I saying this one? I'm mixing up the numbers. I guess it was that joke that she was telling. Kind of had me all thrown off a bit. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point this morning. It's an open line edition. Let's take another caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, GT.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
First of all, and I hope you take it in good faith. Yesterday, I tried desperately to get in on the program because one of your regular callers called and said something during breakfast, hosted that.
I mean, that's when we were hosting the police yesterday.
Hello?
That's when we were hosting the police.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I noticed that both you and she didn't pick it up. The guy said that he have no sympathy, no apology for a person who goes to a party and gets drunk and is on the ground. If whatever happens.
I heard what he said.
Yeah, what I thought is that maybe you folks could have said that GBN disassociates itself from that statement because it's not a good thing, especially when we're just coming out of the campaign against violence against women and domestic so and so on. I mean, no kind of violence could be justified against women, regardless. They could be naked as what? They could be drunk as what? We cannot say that they have that they look for it. Anyway, that's beside the point. I just thought that I very much voices are ready for the money, but this is not an attack on you or the radio station. It's just that we need to be more mindful of some of the things that we're perpetrating. Anyway, my contribution this morning is basically 2 points. One, United States is going back to Africa in a big way. They hosted that thing of 49 leaders somewhere in Washington. I don't know the details. But what be coming to mind is that if they even want to engage Africa, why they didn't host that meeting in Africa itself and subsidize and contribute to the economy of Africa, of whichever country. All that money for transporting the African president to Washington or wherever in the States goes to benefit the American economy. The American also, they have contributed to the decadence of Africa, from the killing of Patrice Lumumba to Kwame Nkrumah, and all the African leaders that could have been there. Could have helped us to really stabilize the situation and things. They're also in the Horn of Africa right now, under the pretext of fighting terrorism, shedding African blood. We had a president not too long ago that described African countries in the most derogatory way. Who knows that in a 2 years' time or so, that president will be not come back and display his arrogance and contempt for people of the African continent. And lastly, although I'm forgetting the point, the thing about it, GT, I think we are in the Christmas period here. Most people are focusing on the outer thing, like the celebration, the buying of things. Again, that's a European thing. Instead of the teaching of the one called Jesus, which he said, forgive, love, share, care. We don't do that. So we need to think about it rather than celebrate the personality that have been created around this one called Jesus, and deal with the teaching which is profound, especially the one of forgiveness. If you learn to practice forgiveness, you're living in heaven. Thank you.
Thank you also for your contribution this morning. We thank you so much. 435-2041, open line edition this morning for To The Point. You have the option of calling in, sharing your views and concerns. Let's go back to the phone line, entertain another caller. Caller, good morning and welcome. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Guess that caller didn't really want to be part of the program this morning. The lines are open, folks. 435-2041. Good morning to all of you who are listening this morning. If you are listening via terrestrial radio, that means you are listening to K105.5, K105.9 on your radio in your home. Good morning. Or you're driving around and you're listening. Good morning to you. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Oh, yes. Good morning to you, sir. And have a good day. Your last caller, this is a conversation we need to have. I did call for a summit in a direct way of our Caribbean leaders sitting with the President of the United States in particular, because that's where the world's problem lies. Now you have the African, 49 of them, in a summit with the very person. That should be the Caribbean to the President of the United States. Because you see, that is Europe. The United States is Europe. And they are the people we call the white culture. The intent is to not recolonize, but to ensure that they take back the world and manage the world, manage us. Whatever they say, we should follow. And that's the reason why you see they want to reclaim Africa, because the Chinese are developing Africa. The intent of these people is to colonize and to plunder, not to help us to survive but to grow. So our Caribbean leaders have to be very careful, and they have to take note of that. I'm not hearing the voices of our Caribbean leaders at all as it relates to Africa, the Caribbean, and our survival. We cannot allow these people to recolonize us, to ensure that they keep us in slavery for the rest of our life. We, the Caribbean and Africa, have to come together with a view to managing ourselves and not allow these people to dictate to us. I am very concerned about this. I'm upset too.
All right.
Have a great day, sir.
You too, sir. Have a good morning. Have a good morning. And what's left for the rest of the day? 435-2041, open line edition for To The Point for today. Let's go to the phone line once again. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling because I'm concerned. The quarry is operating just from 8 a.m. on Sunday to Sunday, from 8 a.m. sometimes in the morning to 8 a.m. at night. This is the Christmas season, and all we have is dust. You clean it without end. I want to find out if for this Christmas season, if they put a break, please, I hope somebody is listening. Give us a break from
the quarry in what location you speak of?
Mount Hartman Quarry.
Mount Hartman Quarry.
Yes, we need to get a break from this dust, especially the Christmas season. If you see my windowsill, it's only mud. Could you imagine what my lungs are like? I mean, this is ridiculous, and the government is not doing anything. I'm tired of talking, and nothing is being done. Something has to be done about this nonsense. From Sunday to Sunday, every single day, no rest. This is ridiculous. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Certainly hope someone in authority is listening to your plight this morning, and we'll certainly look into it. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning, Brother Jay.
Good morning to you, sir.
Season greetings to you. Now, the both gentlemen speak about Africa. 100% support them in any case about Africa. It's time that black men done what the Europeans have done to we in slavery time. I'm going to get paper yet. They spend a pile of money in Ukraine right now for war to support the white people. People dying in Africa from starvation. Animals dying. They can get food, wheat and all. Can't plan, And they're trying to give Africa now a $50 billion investment down there now with technology and climate change and things. You see China and Russia and Turkey and Africa trying to help black people out of poverty. So you can, the same thing. I spoke about that long time ago in any case. But it's time that we black people learn. Let them press our slavery first. Pay for slavery what they've done to we in the past. Slavery, America, England, France, slave our footprints a lot. And we ain't get paid for slavery yet. They're trying to go back in Africa now with a $50 billion to say we'll catch black people. Tell them we don't want the money, man. Let China and Russia and Turkey build it for we, and the Middle East will build Africa for we.
All right.
We're more happier. Because we go back in the same cocky pants where we came from in the past without getting paid for slavery yet. Pay for slavery first. That's what you have to do.
All right, caller.
Every black man money for slavery what they have done to we in the past.
Certainly your point has been heard, caller. Thank you so much.
$50 billion again, bribe us again. $50 billion again, bribe us again. To play with the head and control you again. No way, we don't want that.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. 445-2041, 445-2041. Saying good morning to our viewers and listeners via our Facebook page. Good morning. Hope all is well with you. So we'll be getting to some of the comments on that side shortly. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Gigi. How are you doing?
Not bad.
I think I heard you are probably in a position to educate me. that earlier in the week they legalized same-sex in Barbados. Is that what was said?
I have no conclusive knowledge about that. No, I have no information about that to share.
Yes, that is what I think I heard. But if that is the case, I want to arouse Grenadians. Because, they say when your neighbor house is on fire, you should wet yours. That we do not follow this stupidity. Now, GT, when those two men coming together and perform whatever they perform, create a child, and similarly, two women. So, according to Lou Smith, is it education that have made us stupid? We don't need this here. We don't need this here. How does that help us? If that were the case, would mankind still be alive? Would the species of man still be going on? Because
I assume not.
Right now, there are. It has been said that less children have been born, or schools are even empty, and yet we want to go. We go to the stage where we make that more prominent, that we will have less children being born. So let us go in and stand up and start saying that we don't want the authorities go there. We will not accept that. Have a good day, GT.
Have a good day yourself also, sir. 435-2041. And I certainly didn't hear of that bit of a news, if it's true or not. I didn't hear about it, so maybe I'll look into it and see if there was any relevance about that. Let's go back to the phone line and take another caller. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, something I've been looking at and considering over the past few years. We in Grenada say we looking forward to development, and which is great. Now look at our situation of importation into Grenada. I don't know if anybody have considered it. If something happened on the Carenage, none of the other parishes have any proper port to accommodate any ship of certain magnitude to bring in cargo and take off cargo or take out cargo. So I'm considering. I don't know if the Ministry of Development or whatever you want to call it, if the government themselves have looked into the situation of either one creating a different port in one of the other parishes that could accommodate ships just in case of an emergency, and secondly that between Cherry Hill and the entrance to get into the port itself, the main port we have right now, do they have any intention of creating like a sort of a mini port there for the small vessels to sort of get rid of some of the congestion we have on the Carenage? You understand? I believe if you look around Cherry Hill area, there is pretty shallow. I mean, I know people have conversations, they're very concerned about ecosystem. They can do a research and see what the coral reefs is there, like whatever, whether it's something that you can get rid of and create a port. They have enough area space. I believe if they look into it, they could create a mini port there. Yes, you have the ships coming in to supply Grenlec. You have the stadium. I think if some sort of development take place from, let's say, the roundabout, go down to all the wrong way, the bus terminal, I think there's a lot of area there for improvement and development that later on, if you look at it, even now, if that something happened, as I said, on the Carenage, with the ships coming in, that's the end of it. We have nowhere else to collect and disperse of our cargo in and out of Grenada. So what will happen to the development of Grenada? So probably the government could look into something like that, if they have it in the pipeline, or get researchers, get scientists, get people to come and do something, because we're talking about development, and I believe that will contribute a lot to the development of Greater Grenada. Later on down the road, we'll be dead and gone anyhow at my age now. But
good point, caller. Good point there, caller. A very good point there, and certainly hope someone in authority will look into that. The government may look into that. That certainly could be beneficial to us in time to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
445-2041. We're going to take a break in this segment. We're coming right back with more of your phone calls. And here on To The Point for today, Friday, the final edition for this week. After the break, we will be right back. Stay with us.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
You see, mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know? We have the low power that.
When you push your portion, it is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Welcome back to The Point for today, Friday the 16th of December. It's an open line edition, which means you listeners and viewers out there, you have the option of calling in, sharing your views and concerns. Let's grab a couple of comments from the Facebook comment section this morning. I want to address the attempt by the former PM, opposition leader, who should know better than asking for a classified document to be given to the public. The cabinet conclusion, and I was taken that he knows there's certain things that in government that can't be shared in the public once it's classified. So, in my opinion, I think the opposition leader was very should I say, willingly misleading his supporters once again, and owe the public an apology for his action. That's a comment there on the Facebook comment section there. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome. Good morning to you, caller, welcome. I guess that caller is not ready for us yet. 435-2041, 435-2041. And looking at the comment section, and not much comments in this morning, just a few folks just listening this morning and absorbing what is taking place. Good morning to you, caller, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling from River Road.
Yes, go right ahead.
Well, the problem that I am having is with the shows in Queen's Park and the height of the music, the loudness. Mm-hmm. Last Saturday there was a show, and I think the promoters or the show organizers, they was probably trying to burst people's ears or not. And that show went and actually finished at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now we here, we cannot be being abused like that on a consistent basis with shows in the park with loud music, making it impossible for the people in River Road to have a peaceful rest. Now, I hope that whoever that is issuing permission for these shows take us into consideration. These shows, they were banned from places like Quarantine Point, those places in the south with upscale people. We are people also. treat us with some respect and some dignity. We need, in case they have any show there, the show, the music should be at an acceptable level, not to more or less us have our windows shaking, our house trembling, our air bill busting. Yeah.
Point taken, Nicola. Point taken. I certainly hope the authorities look at, because last time I had the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, and they did said that, you know, usually there's a start time and an end time for these particular events, and you know, I'm doubtful that they would given the permission to go up until 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm doubtful of that, but sometimes folks get that leeway and they just abuse it. You can say it for that. Abuse it. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
They call that for East Africa. I call on all black people in any case, yeah? To know the history good. Black people lacking the history of Africa in the head. And they support the Europe, the Western world as them is the world, you know? Africa is the world, you know? And it's time that we get our history, know where we come from. All the apartheid fighting in Africa in the days when England and France and America support the apartheid with Sabota. You don't support that.
But I wouldn't say black people are lacking their history, you know. Sometimes we just don't put a lot of energy into it as we should.
Yes, I see. When you talk about black man, same black people against you for talking about Africa history. Now, in the apartheid time, Russia support Nelson Mandela and them in the days gone by, you know, and in the Middle East, you know. Gaddafi and them who would defend them. And the England and America and France support the apartheid to the fullest. And oppress and jail black people and do all that to take them out in any case, you know. So it's time that we learn. People are getting the Chinese right now, Chinese this and Chinese that. China is the only one letting black people out of poverty right now. China is the only country who is spending most money in the world. All the money America and England have is on war, they spend it on. A nuclear weapon and things. Chinese spending money to help people go out of poverty in the world. We must know our history, black people. And we, get wise and things. European people fool us all the time.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much for your concern this morning.
Black people, it's time we move in the world. We have power.
All right, man. Thank you.
We are the people and get wise.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. 445-204. Yeah, I guess the caller is very passionate about, the black race. And then, he's just very passionate about it. I could definitely pick up from his tone. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Oh, yes, good morning to you once again. Now, to the caller who spoke about the secondary port in Grenada, yes, it's an urgent need for that. I want the caller to know that there is a group in St. David's which is planning and are developing the East Coast development, and we have identified a port. A place for a port.
Identify a port or the area where a port can be
yes, area where a port could be a major port in the parish of St. David's. We are hoping to submit proposal to the government in the not too distant future. We'll be sitting with the Prime Minister and others.
Great initiative, David.
Respect to our plan.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. 435-2041. 435-2041. So the previous caller who thought, well, that's something that should be done. Well, something will be done because there's a group, as the caller said, who's taking the initiative to probably have that done and soon be making submission to government. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Caller, your phone is too loud, so sorry I would not be able to accommodate, not your phone, but whatever device you have in the background is too loud, so I would not be able to accommodate your call. 435-2041, let's go back to the phone line, and we're having that same problem again. Make sure that your radio or television, whatever device in the background is low, so if it's that loud, I will not be able to accommodate your call, and once I hear that squeak from the inception, I will not accommodate your call. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah. The Canada this boat and them. If the people check on in the late 40s, let's say that, until 50s, really had like 10 things to go and do cargo from cargo boat and thing and XYZ. They could make a anchor area right inside themselves by with them lighters and then UTB, and all them fishing boat could thing up on that. Instead of towing the line right across the the area.
Okay. All right, so caller, thank you so much. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on to the point this morning. We have an open line edition, which means we accepting your calls. You probably do have a concern that you would like, or probably a caller did made a statement that you think you want to support. You certainly do have the option of doing so. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Doing pretty well.
Hey, Mr. Telesford, I'm fine. You see something that will happen to wake up many people, eh? Look at what's taking place now with this information in cabinet, and certain information cabinet shouldn't leak out.
Yes.
How much people in this country that voting for these politicians and them that know that? So I would like them to, when they have the town hall meeting or they have campaigning and what, perhaps they could shout a little education and let the public know. In case you have certain information that they will want to know, but the cabinet will handle it in a different way. Like this morning now, some people calling and them to come out with the information. Some saying there is certain information you can leak out. So when you don't know, it causing chaos and confusion. So in future, you need to educate your supporters and let them know how things are running. So it will put everybody's mind at ease.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning.
Right.
Thank you so much for your contribution. 435-2041. 435-2041. And let's grab some more comments from the Facebook page this morning. And we in Grenada have to realize, that's a comment there from Ernesto. And he's saying, we in Grenada need to realize that the world is changing and we will have to adjust to the changes that have been made. We always been saying that Grenada is a Christian nation and will condemn anything that is not in line with the biblical principle. Let's look at the Great USA, where there's many churches and nationalities, yet gay and marriage is prevalent. So why we think that Grenada and other countries won't be having the same in time to come? We have to realize that the LGBT community is bigger, and what we may think, and that hold high possible in and hold high positions in government. Let me get that, Peter, the comment there in probably. Let me take that back from the top once again. We have to realize that the LGBT community is bigger and than what we may think, and hold high position in government. And one day Grenada will be no exception. When the pressure bleeds forces from the U.S., England, and others. And that's a comment there via the Facebook comment section. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. What about you?
I'm there quiet, you know.
All right.
So blessed to be stressed.
That's good.
Yes, I call in connection with obstruction of traffic. It's something I've raised over and over again as a motorist and pedestrian.
What particular area are you speaking of now?
I'm speaking about Good Hope.
Good Hope.
Good Hope in St. George's. That's Good Hope that joins the Good Hope Road to the St. Paul's Road. There is a food truck that's parked right on a corner conducting business.
Yes.
I don't know who gave them the permission, but I see they have two large 200-pound cylinders. There's electricity and everything hook up on a piece of board, like when like when you're getting temporary connection. But it is posing a problem, and it's a hazard to motorists and pedestrians alike, because it occupies the person that's coming out from Mardi Gras, passing down to Good Hope. It's obstructing them so badly. You have to stretch your neck to see around the corner. Yeah, and in my driving, when I read the highway code, it is quite clear about parking around a corner or waiting around a corner.
All right.
Additionally, the customers who come to serve to purchase from the truck, there's a line of chairs on the opposite side. So when the driver is passing, you have to squeeze your way through the truck and the chairs. And sometimes you get abused. People will tell you can't drive, pass you so-and-so, there's enough space. And
Caller, let me ask you this. A couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago, we did have the police in. Was you the same one that called and made the same complaint today when we did have a representative from the Royal Grenada Police Force in?
Oh, I'm the same person that called.
Yeah, you're the same. So, and the officer did say that he did take a note of it and said he was going to look into it. Was anything done at all?
Nothing at all. So I'm telling you about a second one.
Yeah.
So now, there is another business at the other end of Good Hope. That is on the Mardi Gras side. So when you're going into Good Hope, coming up from Mardi Gras, you have difficulty swinging on because somebody's doing a business on the other side. So people come to the business and they park anyway. You're coming out of Good Hope, coming up to Mardi Gras. You can't see to come up because there are vehicles parked because they're gone to the bar, they're gone to buy a piece of chicken. And we're having a lot of accidents, and we as citizens reporting it to the police, making it become aware. And I don't know what is preventing them from taking action. But, we're very reactive. Until something happens, then you see, they come with a yellow ribbon, crime scene, or whatever we need to reevaluate what they're doing. I'm calling on the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The citizens of Mardi Gras, Good Hope, or even people who pass, so the citizens of Grenada need the presence to solve these problems because we have no control over it. And this is the Christmas season, this is a busy season, the traffic is getting heavier and heavier, and it's not good. Even where it's located, there's a medical station there. The elderly people have to come to the medical station. They have to squeeze on the side, to go to the medical station when a vehicle is going down. Somebody could fall, they could trip, they could overbalance, So I'm begging, please, for this Christmas season, if the Royal Grenada Police Force could address the situation once and for all. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
A little passionate, it's just that.
Certainly take your point. Understand your concern. Certainly understand and your passion in terms of how you speak. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We drew for a break. Callers and listeners and viewers out there. Let's take a break. We're coming right back.
Grenada.
The loss of sexual desire and endurance can be both devastating and frustrating to a man. To gain these feelings back with a sense of power and stamina that lasts, use Hard On Plus.
The product has 5 main ingredients: ginkgo biloba, L-arginine, panax, ginseng, Tania somnifera, zinc sulfate. It is a complete male enhancement drug. The effects is long-lasting, up to 48 hours. There are no side effects, safe to use, even if you might be suffering from conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, etc. Don't suffer in silence. There is help and you can find it.
Hard On Plus is available at Gabriel's Pharmacy, Pedmota St. David's Pharmacy, Tebayed, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, Grenville, Health Plus Pharmacy, Sutton Brown Street, Grenville, We Care Pharmacy, Granby Street, St. George's, Gittins Pharmacare, Halifax Street, St. George's, Grenada Pharmacies, Hills and Valley Pharmacies, St. George's, Grenville and Carriacou, all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, and Atlantic Health Supplies.
Gather family and friends and those you know. Shop for your season's needs and more. Celebrate this Christmas. Make your season bright. Forget your troubles, at least for a night. Get a GCCU Light Up Your Christmas loan to make your season merry and light. Purchase appliances and furniture, household goods and home repairs to give your life a little cheer. Easy application and fast approval. Terms and conditions apply. Light up your Christmas with a loan from the GCCU, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Call 473-442-8602 or visit us at grencu.org for more information.
Welcome back once again to all listeners and viewers to The Point for today, Friday the 16th, an open line edition And the number you can call to be part of the program today, 435-2041. And we do have a caller. Let's go to the line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hi, good morning to you and to all your followers. And I want to, on behalf of everyone, thank God for helping us to see thus far. Not big on Christmas, but we've gone through a lot of the year. We've lost many people, but many of us are still around, and it's something worthy of praise and recognition.
So
I wish everyone would have a wonderful holiday season and a good start to the new year. A couple of things, though, quickly. We hear a lot about that dependency syndrome of our people. There is a thing about people want handouts, and over the years we've had that kind of mentality, that kind of culture. But are you aware that culture pervades not only among our citizens, but also in terms of the government itself? Now, I heard we know of what we went through during that structural adjustment and the fiscal responsibility legislation. Now, this thing has hurt our country. Could you imagine that we have many ministries that are missing key personnel? In agriculture, we don't have a chief technical officer. We do not have a chief land use officer. We don't have a chief vet. We don't have a chief agronomist, and the list goes on. How can you run agriculture without these key people? And the opposition leader is talking about if you appoint these people, that you're going to end up with problems with the fiscal responsibility, and you don't get money from overseas. And what sense does it make it if you cannot run your country just to satisfy those foreign requirements? What's going to happen to you? To me, this is the whole dependency syndrome. We have to be responsible, yes, but we have to do things that develop our country. If we cannot keep our nurses and our doctors, we cannot fill the vacancies that exist, what's the use of getting money from overseas? It's not that we are just doing things to help us get money, but we're not doing the things that will develop us as a country and give us that level of independence. We have to take responsibility for our development as a country and just don't wait on folks from outside. We're looking for solutions outside. We have to solve our problems within. I heard also the matter of the tax on the beverages and sugar. And again, this was cried down. When are we going to try to get our people to take responsibility? GT, no amount of investment in healthcare, in nurses and doctors, and even in national health insurance will be enough if our people continue to fall victims of lifestyle, non-communicable diseases as we're having now.
I agree with you, sir. I agree with
so
you with that.
Why are we wasting money on all those things? And we're not trying to change people's lifestyle. And some of them have to be legislated. You have to ban certain things. But instead they say, no, don't do that. People who make confectionery, they got a lot of money, and those who make juice. We have to take a more positive, responsible approach to developing our country and bring along our people with us. Or else we're going to be spinning top in mud, as the folks say. We continue waiting on help from outside. We're not seeking for internal, local, responsible solutions within ourselves and within our country. Have a wonderful day and a great season.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All the best to you also. 435-2041, 435-2041. Getting into the latter part of the program this morning here on To The Point. We're going back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, pleasant good morning, GT, and good morning to our Grenadian listening public audience.
Good morning to you.
I want to encourage us to return to church. You know, it's a tradition during the Christmas season to go to church. And let us find some reason to give God thanks and to find some time to go to church to celebrate the birth of our Lord. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Certainly hope, of course, your message that it is heard. and folks will take you up on that. 435-2041, 435-2041. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
GT, I was triggered the call when by Mr. Although I don't believe in calling him, but Mr. Bernard's contribution, I want to strongly support what he said. In terms of the dependency and then also the issue of the health. We really need to show leadership when it comes to that. The amount of people with amputation in Grenada is almost unbelievable. It's frightening. I was told a few years ago that on the average, two limbs are cut out on a daily basis.
In Grenada here?
In Grenada here.
Yes.
It's kind of sad.
There's some truth to that.
So we need to do something about it, and any effort, I want it not draconian and inhuman, to help to reduce it and should be welcome. Now, your last caller talked about, we need to go back to church and also to give thanks for whatever. I would say, yes, let's give thanks. Maybe I'm not in the church thing, but let's give thanks because so far, so good. We have escaped, unlike other people, serious weather pattern. But I want to issue a clarion call that all of us join with National Disaster, NADMA, to put system in place to ensure that the next season we are better prepared than we have been, we were this year if there was an eventuality. We need to really give support, and NADMA can't do it alone. Those of us who have some kind of energy and skill should make ourselves available, and then NADMA too should speed up, reaching out to the community and others to really ensure that the system in place. Almost not, we can't get on the level of Cuba who in terms of preparation, but I think we could save life if we begin early.
All right.
And begin early in the year. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, man. Thank you so much as always. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, Mr. Good morning. There are lots of things that people are saying, and a lot of them I agree with in some sense. But the caller who recently called and talked about going back to church, I support that. But just going to church does not change you. We have to reconnect with the Almighty God. We have to realize that God is the creator. He created us. And the whole world has gone more to the material side, the flesh side, and the spiritual side, which we are really. Every one of us is a spirit in a body. And so our connection should be with our Creator, our God. And yes, going to church is good, but you could put a pig in a garage. You don't turn a car. So even though somebody who not saved, they go to church and they never hear the gospel and they reject the gospel of Christ, they're going to be who they always been. So what we need is the change of heart. People need to let God change them. And those of us who profess to be Christ, we have a great responsibility to reach those people and also to pray and intercede for the nation, for the lost, for the government, for those in authority in different places, in business, because Satan is there and he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And that is what he is doing. So unless we who know God and those who profess godliness, we have a responsibility to pray. We could never pray too much. We need to pray. We need to ask God to take control of our nation.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, sure.
435-2041, that's the number. Let's take a break. I'll come back. Should be our final break for the program for today. Let's take the break and we're coming right back for the final segment.
Local distributors, George F. Huggins and the Company, Distribution Division.
Ace and Napper means getting help when you walk through the door. Ace and Napper is variety and quality at the right price. Ace and Napper has everything you will need for the household, for your lawn and patio. Even the highest quality paints, beautifying your home inside and outside. Just the right building supplies you need. And Napper providing the best in automotive supplies and accessories. The guarantee is we are so much more than a hardware store. Ace and Napper on the Morris Bishop Highway and Cross Street in the city. Ace will always be the helpful place.
Mr. mentioned the wing high, then you have things like Manumos, Force Combat, you know. We have the low power there.
When you push your push out, it is kind of like the same man, and it's just.
Hey, welcome back, listeners and viewers this morning. Our final segment for To The Point for today, Open Line Edition, 435-2041. That's the number to be part of the conversation this morning. If you do have a bit of a concern, an idea that you'd like to share, certainly the lines is open for you to do so. And that's our final edition for this week. Yes, we're heading into the weekend, so I hope everyone will have a great weekend. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, so much to discuss, so much to talk about. But anyway, let me just wish all callers, listeners, and whatnot, in particular, Mr. John Rollo, Mr. Jude Bernard, Mr. Marshall, and all the others who call and give positive conversations, positive advice. The lady who spoke about the Good Hope problem, and I myself as a driver do have a problem because that container there and the window, when it's open, when I come with my truck, I have a serious problem in maneuvering around that corner there. I was told that the owner of that business was the daughter of a staunch NNP supporter. So you see, the whole idea here is that the NNP has created a problem in this country, and the people there was boastful about using words ungovernable. I hope all Grenadians remember all of these words. We do have a problem. The present administration, they are trying their best to do it, well, whatever, but I can tell you it is a problem. Because even the police officers, now there are very, very good police officers in that Royal Grenada Police Force. But there are some officers, I have had some experiences with them personally, and I can tell you, it's unbelievable. The loud music, all hours of the day, all hours of the night, and I mean, imagine in St. Paul's, the police station is right there. And when the lady spoke about the old people, or the senior citizens, probably I should say, that has to maneuver themselves to go up. There was a morning I was right there, and I looked at two people walking with their stick and fighting to go through, and then when the traffic, the vehicles and chairs and whatnot, my God, I wish something could be done. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
You too, sir. Have a good day yourself. 435-2041, 435-2041. 5 minutes left on the program for today, which means we still have some time to accommodate your calls. Those of you via our Facebook page, we still could grab some of your comments. If I take a quick peek and some comments are there, I will certainly looking to read some of them. 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point for today. And let's go back to the phone line. Good morning. And certainly lost that caller there. 435-2041. Open line edition for To The Point for today, folks. And let's hear your views and comments. Final 5 minutes left on the program. And let's take a peek at the comment section while we await the calls to come in. I want to say thanks to GBN for giving me the platform for making my contribution and raising awareness for things around us. I must thank GT and the St. Godfrey and the old culture team, and I want to wish you guys a safe and enjoyable Christmas. That's from Ernesto Alve sending out that little information there. Good morning to you, caller.
Yeah,
Welcome.
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I have one little comment to make.
Yes.
Like when I was a young girl growing up, like when you're passing on the sidewalk. But I'm telling the young people now that are doing that, remember the old people. When they put the goods right where you have to pass, it's not good. Yes, it's true you want to make $1. The time hard, but they put in the goods right where you have to pass on the sidewalk, and the faces are feisty, as if they're paying a charge for it so you can walk there. So that is my comment. I know it's Christmas, everybody wants a pong and sugar, but do it better than that. Remember. Thank you.
Thank you also, caller, for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point for this morning. 3 minutes moving out before the top of the hour, and which means we probably maybe have time to accommodate just about one more caller this morning. And if that caller do comes around pretty quick, we should be able to entertain them. So in the interim, folks, before we take a wrap this morning, I want to thank all who contributed to the program for the week. Thank you so much, especially those of you who called, shared your views, those of you who sent your messages. I want to thank you so much also. Those of you who made your comments. Thank you also for being part of this week edition of To The Point. So this is what we're going to take a wrap for today's program. Once again, all of the viewers and listeners, thank you so much. Have a great weekend to come. Have yourself a great day. That's what we say goodbye for today. God's willing. Have a good one.